What, 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 what.
Hello, valued employee, and greetings from the Office of Human Resources here at UI, University of Ignorance. My name is Mike.
My name is Kelsey.
And we're going to teach you today about National Origin Discrimination, which, as you all know, is a bad thing.
As the Human Resources Department, it's our job to prevent all these mishaps. So before we start, I'm going to let him fill you in on what's been going on here at the university.
As you may already know, valued employee, the university just hired 800 new employees who speak English as a second language. This means you may hear some heavy accents in the workplace. To address this, we're going to take you through 4 different exciting scenes today on how to prevent national origin discrimination in your department.
Let's take a look. Hey ladies, I know you just wrapped up your last round of interviews and I'm so anxious to hear how it went.
It went well, but there's one of the interviewees that I can't really stand. It's really hard to understand him. I know the position doesn't qualify for needing communication skills, but the accent just has to go. It's outrageous.
I mean, the amount of times that he said "aboot," I don't even know if we could handle him in the workplace.
The slant when he talks, there's like this inflection at the very end. It's so aggravating. All right, Michael. Looking at some of these interview questions, this is a good one. So why do you think you're qualified for this position?
Well, I worked 7 years at Tim Hortons in IT there, and I think it's about time to move on, eh?
She's a real great candidate.
Wait, are these two applicants similarly situated?
Oh yeah,
They have the same qualifications.
Michael might be a little more qualified, but frankly, if I have to balance him being qualified and trying to listen to him all the time, I think I'm going to go with Divya.
Something's wrong here.
Scenario 1. What's wrong here? A. People within an organization should never make comments about a coworker's accent. B. In order to create diversity, both selection and promotion opportunities should favor those who are from certain countries, even though other candidates are similar situated and equally qualified. Or C. An employer shouldn't base an employment decision on an employee's foreign accent unless speaking fluent in native English is a business necessity. The correct answer is C. An employer shouldn't base an employment decision on an employee's foreign accent unless speaking fluent in native English is a business necessity. Okay, Keisha, well, I've got to say, you don't really have any experience with teaching, and this is a TA position for American government. Do you want to tell me how you feel you're qualified for the position?
I mean, I just have such a passion for the subject, and I just assure you, if you pick me, I won't let you down. I watch the History Channel all the time. I know everything there is to know, and I can teach students anything you need me to teach, anything.
Okay. All right, and you did major in music. Again, interesting choice to apply to this, but we'll certainly be in touch, Keisha. So, thank you for stopping in today.
Thank you.
All right, Mari. Well, looks like you've got some really good credentials here. You were a TA at your last university. You have your master's in education.
Yeah, actually, my concentration in education was with American history. I was at the University of South Africa, born and raised there. I really enjoyed my time, but my parents took me all over the world, and I really fell in love with the American government, especially growing up in a politically charged atmosphere. So I took my education degree and decided I'd move more towards the American government portion with it. And so now I'm here in the States, and I really look forward to using my master's degree for this position so I can work with students here.
You never actually lived in the States before, though, I see.
That's correct. But we did have excellent teachers coming over to South Africa.
Never been involved in the government around here or anything like that?
Since I've been here, I've tried to become a little more informed at a local level. But with technology these days, I've been able to stay well informed with the political atmosphere and everything that's happening here in the States while I lived in South Africa. Again, my major over there was American government within education.
All right. Well, we'll certainly be in touch, Mari.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for stopping in.
Clue, how are you doing today?
It's no to Clue. You know that, McGonagall, right?
I apologize.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm just very stressed out right now. I'm picking TAs right now, and I don't exactly have the biggest bin to choose from.
Really? I've got a lot of qualified applicants in so far. I'm pretty narrowed down for the next semester.
That's good for you. Yeah, great for you.
What's going on with you?
Well, I only have 2 applicants
Okay.
for the TA position. One of them is a South African student who has her master's in American government and has been a TA before in South Africa, but she's never even lived here. She wants to teach an American government class. Like,
What could she really know?
Have you even voted?
If she hasn't lived here,
Yeah.
but she does have a master's?
Yeah, I mean, 7 years of studying American government and doing all these research projects. But again,
It's our first year that would be teaching in the
hello, this is Columbus.
What's the other candidate?
The other one, Keisha was a music major in her undergrad and never taught before. Told me one of her qualifications is she's a fan of History Channel. So that was fun. Duck Dynasty, we can incorporate that into the
Is she teachable?
I don't know. She didn't seem too bright. But I'll just have to keep digging through here. Looks like I'll be hiring History Channel here.
Sounds like a great candidate.
Yep. Let's hope.
Scenario 2. What's wrong here? A. It is unlawful for the employer to consider the applicant's national origin in their selection decision. B. It is okay to assess the employees differently because being American is a requirement for the TA position and the English-only rule applies. Or C. The History Channel is an excellent source of knowledge and should always be used in selection decisions. So the right answer is A. It is unlawful for the employer to consider the applicant's national origin in their selection decision.
So what brings you guys in today?
Well, we think there was something wrong. Our supervisor, she isn't training us very well. Well, she didn't give us any assignment, and she didn't bring us to very important meetings where she bring all our American coworkers there. And the other night, I happened to see her. She was talking to another coworker of mine, and they were kind of like bad-mouthing me.
Oh wow, that's really messed up, man. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting our hours cut. I mean, we're not being taken seriously. I mean, I have a feeling that we're not being taken seriously because we're Chinese.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Really,
do you
I
agree?
feel the same reason because
Yeah.
all other coworkers are American. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, we're the only Chinese employees here.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's not
what
right.
can be done about this?
You know, I'm gonna look into it for you guys. I'll check it out.
Are you serious? Like, will you do this for us?
Yeah, of course. I'll look into it for both of you.
So when can we expect a reply about this?
I'll get back with you by the end of next week.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Scenario 3. What's wrong here? A. It's unlawful to harass a person because of his or her national origin to an extent that it creates a hostile or offensive work environment. B. In order to prevent retaliation and other legal issues, HR professionals should always document complaints about national origin discrimination. C. HR should send these 2 employees back to their supervisors to settle their dispute in the arena. Or D. Both A and B. The correct answer is D, both A and B. It's unlawful to harass a person because of his or her national origin to an extent that it creates a hostile or offensive work environment, and in order to prevent retaliation and other legal issues, HR professionals should always document complaints about national origin discrimination.
ஹலோ அம்மா எப்படி இருக்கீங்க இப்போதான் வேலை முடிஞ்சுது யா ஓகேம்மா சரி ஓகேம்மா நான் அப்புறமா பேசுறேன்.
Do you mind?
I'm on break.
I mean, you can speak English every once in a while.
I'm talking to my mom.
I know, but I think I would just prefer if you kind of kept it to that.
Okay.
Thank you.
ஹலோ ஹாய்மா எப்படி இருக்கீங்க நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா ஓகே
What the hell? I told you not to speak in your native tongue! What is it with you people? Why can't you just speak in English? You know what? You're fired! You're fired! You're done! You're done!
Chelsea, you know why I called you in here today?
I'm sure you're gonna tell me.
Okay. Well, I had some professors come to me yesterday that there was some screaming coming from Gerlach Hall. Actually interrupted one of our MBA midterms. I was wondering if you could tell me about that, because I did see you leaving the room.
So one of my employees asked her repeatedly not to speak in her native tongue while on the job, and today was the second day and the last straw, and I fired her for it because I couldn't take it anymore.
Okay. Where were you guys when this happened?
She was in the break room.
She was on break.
Yeah.
And she was speaking her native language on break. And you fired her.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Kelsey.
So, why were you fired for this?
That's under review.
Scenario 4. What's wrong here? A. Supervisors don't have the right to fire employees on the spot. B. It's unlawful for supervisors to yell at employees unless it is in their native language. C. Firing an employee while speaking in their native language while on break is not a valid cause for termination. Bingo! The correct answer is C. Firing an employee while speaking in their native language while on break is not a valid cause for termination.